So what's the expectation for you this year in talking with whether Larry Mavety, Doug Gilmore? What are they expecting you to emphasize or maybe do differently from the first 2 years?
Well, there's obviously a lot of talented players out here, defense players that have been there for a long time, like Taylor Doherty's going on his 4th year, and he's up there, and there's a couple other players. So coming in as a rookie, as 6th, 7th defense there, I got to play my roles as defensive player, stay back, stay home, get used to the speed, get used to the team, just play my defensive role and hopefully, that eventually move up in the future.
What are the biggest differences you're seeing between the OHL now, even though you had been in camps against these players, and the level of competition you faced in the CJHL? It's mostly speed, size, that kind of thing?
Like the speed I would find is maybe a little bit quicker, from it's picked up since training camp here. It's a little bit quicker, physical, a little bit faster, you got to keep your head up, move the puck faster, stuff like that. It's a little bit different, you got to get used to the pace and stuff, and I'm ready to go for that. I'm ready to take the challenge.
Good to hear, but what about your mindset heading into this year? Because as they mentioned on the Call of the Fight there, they just off the top refer to you as the youngster, when in reality you're not all that young of a member of the team. Not to call you old or anything like that, but you do have 2 years of junior experience behind you there. Do you come into this team and this league with the mindset of a rookie who needs to sort of feel his way into it, or with the mindset of someone who's had junior hockey experience and has to just bring that to the next level?
Well, I still am a rookie in the league, even though I had been in training camps, but I've never played a season, so, it's still, I gotta get used to the pace and stuff. I do have that background of Junior A and Junior B and that quick pace and the hitting and the older guys and stuff, but, I am a rookie to this league. I gotta get used to the pace and stuff, and, I'd love to help out my team in any way I can, but I'll do whatever the coach tells me to do to get there.
Let me ask you about some of your teammates, just in general for the team after the first 2 games. Obviously, just a tough loss to the Majors, but that was going to be a tough game, and you guys knew it the whole time. And then a big win against the Belleville Bulls. Looking at the weekend as a whole, how's the team been feeling through the week in practice?
Well, I think we're bonding more of a team. We've had some team activities, and we've been getting together in practices, and the lines are coming together, and I think it's picked up since all our NHL, most of the NHL guys are back, like Warwick and Doherty, and our team's coming together now. We picked up Stokes there, and lines are all coming together. In practice today we did power play, penalty kill. It's all coming together well. So we should be getting better and better every game.
Patrick Harrison of the Kingston Frontenacs joins us here on Offsides on CFRC 101.9. Patrick, what have the coaches said has to be different from the first 2 games as you guys go from here and obviously want to be Memorial Cup contenders this year?
Well, we gotta. It's just obviously the speed. We gotta keep up our speed, keep up our physical play. Keep putting the puck in the net. Work hard out there. Every game gets harder, so just keep picking it up, and you never look back to the games we lose, and always look forward and get ready for the next challenge.
How was it with Cameron Odom as your first defensive partner?
Oh no, he's a good guy to play with. He's an OA, so he knows he's been experienced in the league. He's also a tough guy fighter, so he's helped out some of the players with like the fighting role, and like guys like me too. He's showed a couple skills too, and he's a good guy to play with. He talks to me out there, tells me if I'm making any mistakes. We talk together out there. He's a good guy.
Now, of course, one of the luxuries you have now as a defenseman on this team is you've got one heck of a goaltender in behind you between the pipes and Philip Gruber. He kind of proved that, I think, in the first 2 games, pretty obviously. But for you, having a really good goaltender behind you, is that a luxury that allows you to not worry too much that every little mistake could turn into a goal against? Or is there a risk that when you've got a guy that's that good back there, maybe you take that for granted and you hang him out to dry accidentally?
Well, for me, I'm a stay-home defense now with the team, so I gotta. It's a luxury for me because I could not worry as much, but I also has the good defense to back him up. So if we me and Odom there, we're a good D pair there. We got him to back him up, and he backs us up. So it's a good it's a good go, right? So we got two good goalie and a good defense pair. So it should be a good combo,
Yeah, well, going forward, we talked about this off air, but how much harder was it to support him at the Yardman Arena with that big ice? Had you experienced something like that before?
like I said before, the forwards, it might be a little bit easier on them. It's, it's a little more of a luxury for them. But defense, it's a little more challenge when you're not used to the big ice like that. The forwards could be out wide, and like our coach kept telling you, stay in between the dots and make it easy on yourself. So it was a little bit different, but you gotta work with it and play through.
Now that the defense is getting Tyler Mort back, you guys now have 7 on that squad. Has the coaching staff made clear how it's going to work from now? With practice, have you guys been switching up partners? Is it less rigid than it was before you had the luxury of having 7?
We just work hard every practice, and we just we mix it up. Everyone gets through there. When it comes to like de-pairing for power play and stuff, it's obviously set, and other drills we just work it in, and we all work hard in practice and give it our all, and hopefully, for the best for the games.
Sort of a short question with maybe a complicated answer, but can the team and the defensive core, because you played with Eric and Branson during the beginning of training camp and the exhibition season, can you guys survive without him?
Well, Eric's a good player, and we hope for the best for him up in Florida, and if he stays there, it's congratulations for him. But, we can work through it. We got a good deep pair on the back here, and, there's 7 of us, and we should be good with Taylor Doherty stepping up to be our captain, too. He's a solid player up there, and he can take Eric's role, and he should be fine there on D.
That was the last thing I was going to ask you about. Just announced this morning by the team, announced yesterday in the media that Taylor Doherty was your new captain. How did you guys find out, and what do you think of the choice?
Well, I like Taylor as a captain. I remember the first year I came in, he opened up and shook our hands, and he's just a great guy all around. He's a good team leader in the room. He's a great player on the ice. I'm very happy, and it should be a good captain.
What kind of qualities does he have in the room? It's something that people don't necessarily know, but what is it about him that makes him able to take what you see as a leadership role? What's he like in the room?
Well, he's well respected by all the players, and he talks out loud for the team in the room, and if we ever at a line or something, he'll let us know, and he's a good player and off the ice and on the ice, so good for him.
Yeah, last thing for you, moving back to Belleville and now getting the luxury of being at home, you don't have to worry about that big ice against Belleville. Are you guys in the mindset that if you do everything the same way you did in that last game, things will turn out the same, or do you have to make big adjustments knowing that obviously they're going to be looking for revenge against you this time?
Well, I think it should be fine. Like we're used to the smaller ice, and they're used to the bigger ice. So I know, our players are ready to go, and it should be a good battle between them. But I think we have a little bit of the advantage over at home ice. So I think it should be fine. We'll see what happens.
After all that stuff in the last game, should we expect another fight from you? Or?
We'll see what happens. There's a couple of guys out there got a little rough at the end, so you never know. We'll see what happens.
All right. Well, Patrick, really appreciate you stopping in for the chat. Best of luck this weekend against Belleville, and for the rest of the season. Again, congrats on making the team.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for having me.
All right. That's Patrick Harrison of the Kingston Frontenacs, their newest defenseman, 12th round pick back in 2008, now on the team. Of course, made his mark Friday night against the Mississauga Majors in that tilt with Rob Flick. Well, we're going to take a quick break here on CFRC. When we come back, it'll be the general manager and head coach of the Belleville Bulls, George Burnett, joins us next.